Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hello, everybody. My name is Jane Croft. I'm the Club Growth Director for District 11. And today we're going to talk about three most important roles that no district can live without. And they are sponsor, mentor, and coach. And we will talk more in details about what the roles are, what the responsibilities are, how you can be eligible for that role, and how the District 11 matches the person to the club in need. Next slide, please. Okay, now each role, like I said, no district can live without. They're an essential part of the club routine. And I, as a director, have the team below me to help the district grow. Each role comes in different times of a club life cycle. For example, a sponsor comes in prior to a club being chartered. Mentor comes in after the club is chartered to keep the club alive. And then last, over the years, when the club starts to struggle, that's when the club coach comes in. So during the prospective club, all new prospective clubs are assigned with two sponsors to help the assigned club get fully charted. There's a lot of decision is making happen before it gets charted. The sponsor comes in and helps that club. After the club gets charted, the mentor comes in, and every new club gets two mentors within 60 days after being chartered to guide the club to success with various tools and projects and so on. If over time a club struggles with low membership or just struggling altogether for whatever reason, then the club can ask me for a club coach. Now, when does this club classify struggling? If a club has more than 8 members to about 12 members, you're in the low membership category. If you don't get more members, you're at risk for low membership and possible suspension. See, if you are less than 8 members, you are definitely at risk for suspension in the next renewal period. It's very important that you make sure your club size is healthy and all of the renewals are paid on time to protect that club. And when that has a problem with that club, it's best to get to the club coach quickly as possible before you get into a suspension. However, the club has to ask for it. And this person, club coach, will look at the entire club operation and see what areas need to be improved on, what area is missing, what operation that needs to be relearned, whatever it takes to get that club back into good standing, which is over 8 members. Next slide, please. Now, the roles of each have a different responsibility and purposes. All three roles can get credit for DTM after they completed a successful tenure into that role. The club sponsor goes in to help organize the new club, to help select the regular club meeting. That means they decide how often they want to meet, what time of the day they want to meet, and where to meet as well. After they collect all of this preliminary decision of that, who is going to be the club officers, who is what is the club name going to be, how is the membership payment is being paid, whether it's a corporate club by the company or by the individual. All of that decision making is happening. That becomes a charter document. There's 7 forms in the charter document. And the very first form is to declare the intent to have a club. The sponsor makes sure all of these forms are filled out and that you have 20 members to join the club. When all of these forms are filled out, the sponsor will send that form to the club board team where we can audit and make sure it's ready to go for Toastmaster. So essentially, the sponsor is there from the beginning until they get charted. Club mentors must have a great knowledge of club operations. They must know understand how pathways work, how the moment of truth works, how the DCP works, how each officer works, so that we ensure the club is strong and functional. And also verify that each club officer are properly trained and understand the duty to perform. Usually mentors will stay in that club for 6 months just to the next renewal period to keep the club alive. Club coach is different. It comes when needed. That club coach runs the sign will assess the entire club and develop a strategy plan with the club officer to bring that club back in good standing. And there is a lot of groundwork that has to happen, and they have to have a strong collaboration with club officer to make it so. As I said before, all three roles can be credited with DTM after you complete the tenure of that role. Next slide, please. Now, now you understand what these roles. If you want to become one of these roles, there is some eligibility requirements. This 11 and Toastmaster requires. All of them must be active pay members in good standing for a minimum of a year and must have achieved level 2 or above. These roles are granted to people who have not achieved DTM. But in the event we do not have enough people for these roles in the immediate and urgent need, then we'll go to the people who already have DTM to fulfill that role. But District 11 has the preference to grant these roles to the people who have not had the DTM yet. Now, to join the club, a club sponsor can join that club they sponsor. They can do that. Club mentors, same thing. They can also become a member of that club. However, coach cannot be a member of that club until the entire club coach assignment is completed. The reason being is the club coach has the responsibility to look at the whole club unbiased, and it must be able to see it from afar and holistically as well. So that is where it's different from the other two. For Toastmaster experience, it requires that each role have a minimum of 1 year being a club officer. So that way we have the experience of how to run a club. You are the club sponsor. You can serve as a sponsor in more than one club. Mentor, you can, but it's not recommended because of the time commitment to be a club mentor. You want an undivided attention to that club to help that club live. Coach cannot be in any other club other than the one they're assigned to. That means that club coach cannot be a club coach of 2 clubs, only that one they're in. However, once their term is finished and their work is finished, they can ask to be a club coach for another club after that. All 3 roles require some training or document study, which I will provide to the assigned person for that role. You must complete it and notify and report back to me that you have done so. Time commitment. This is very important here. We don't arbitrarily assign people to these roles. This does take time and delegation and use of your leadership skills. For a sponsor, you can go up to 3 to 6 months, depending on how the club is forming. So you have all the way 3 to 6 months until it gets joined. Mentor is a minimum of 6 months. Usually start right after your sponsor is commitment is finished. Coach is a minimum of 6 months with a signed agreement. Now, this minimum of 6 months could be a year, it could be 2 years, however long it takes to bring that club in good standing. There is an agreement that has to be made between the club and the coach. That agreement says, for this coach, will dedicate the time and give strategy plan to the club officers. I am committed to your club for your success. The club officers have to say, I will collaborate with the coach and we will work together and dedicate to the strategy plan. In other words, both parties have to work together to make it successful. Now, out of these three roles, club coach has the highest restrictions or the highest challenge with Toastmasters International. They're very, very picky on how we perform as club coaches. The reason being is we want to make sure we have the right kind of high caliber Toastmaster role model to the right club. So at district level, we need to be very careful who we assign to what club and making sure that that person has all the experience they need and have all the presence of the Toastmaster. Remember, you are the face of Toastmasters to those clubs. So you need to become a role model where they help the club will understand what a Toastmaster looks like and what a club looks like. Next slide, please. Now, to do all of this, once I have a pool of people on my left and I have a list of clubs in here, we start matching. District level has some matching criteria to match the person to the club. This assumes that that person has fulfilled all of the eligibility and training requirements first. We match by membership status, saying if a membership is good standing and they want close by to the club, they can match to the club who's eligible for assistance. They also match by the location of the division area of the member and of the club. We want to try and match someone who's local as much as possible to the club, so it's not too far of a distance drive. However, it's not guaranteed. There will be times where a club at the need is pretty far away. We will address that during the assignment on that matter. Candidate must have a specific desired goal. They sponsor mentor coaches must match club needs of sponsor mentor coaching. Both need to commit to the time. So the club meeting must be available for the candidate as well as for the club. So those two can meet together and work together. Both must have a match on the Toastmaster experience. And what I mean by that is if a club is who's having challenges, needs a club coach, and they need more emphasis on moments of truth, then you want to match it with somebody who's a mentor who's very well versed and know how to execute moments of truth. So we can match needs into the person of the club. And we also need to make sure the training for the role is matched to the desire of the club. The club must be willing to complete any mutually agreed action plan proposed by the candidate to make it work together. And there may be other matching criteria that we have not addressed at this point. So bottom line is we have to assess what the club needs, where their weaknesses are, or what challenges they don't have yet. Match it to the right postmaster with the right role model who has the expertise in that area of need. Those two come together. So that's how the matching program works. Now, right now, there's a big call out for mentors, sponsors, and coaches. So if you are interested in any of these roles, next slide, please. So if you are interested in any of these three roles, please send an email to me. Say, I would like to be a coach. I would like to be a mentor. I would like to be a sponsor. The devil is always in the details. So there may be a conversation I will have with you to figure out what is possible for you as a best fit for the club. And like I said before, there may be other matching criteria you need to address. So I will be having a meeting with you to talk about what we can do to help each other out and serve the club. It is very important that we get that kind of experience and caliber to give to the right role model for those clubs. And like I said, we do not arbitrarily sign people. We have to have a match appropriately for the club needs. So please send me an email if you're interested to janecroft.c11@gmail.com. Right now, as of now, we have a high demand for mentors in Brownsburg, Indiana, and Packard, Kentucky. Now, Packard is way farther away from here, so if you're willing to serve, please let me know as well. The other thing I want to bring out is it is very important that, let's see how it's doing. We cannot live without these four roles. I am seeking for a list of people, and I have clubs already identified. I just need to find the people who are willing to serve. If you're not comfortable serving the district in other roles like area director, division director, or even the trio, this is a great opportunity for you, and you can help the district by being in those roles. This is a critical role that no district, no area, no division can live without. So I hope you can be one of us to help support our upcoming club. We got a whole bunch of clubs coming down to the pipeline. So I hope that you'll be able to consider your district leadership into these roles. Now, right now, I'm going to open the floor and see if there's any question on this matter. Or did I answer all of your questions so good? Okay. Bam.
Well, let me put a plug in for you're talking about immediate needs. There actually is one change. Paducah, we actually need sponsors now. And I have found out that they are going to be doing the meetings, have a online portion. I mean, it's going to be hybrid. I know, and then again, distance, if you're not able to actually go down to Purdue, which is a 5-hour drive, which I did a couple weeks ago, demo meeting, they are going to have an online portion of their meetings. That's the plan. So anyone's want to be a sponsor, that's immediate need there. Both sponsors positions are open as of right now.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much.
And let me say one thing out of experience. If you're looking at those three roles, to be frank, the hardest one in my opinion, 'cause I've done the coach, I've done the sponsor, I've not been a mentor, but the coach to me is the hardest one to do. To me, that's by far the hardest one. But unfortunately, the way our district is going right now, that's the one we have the greatest need for, unfortunately. But so that in mind.
You're right, and we're in desperate need of all three roles, but club coach takes the significant experience and effort and collaboration to here there because you're essentially rebuilding the club. That's exactly what it's doing. So they always, when you rebuild a club, it's usually because they're missing parts. And so we need to fill in that part. There could be a situation where the previous leadership just lacked and had no transition of knowledge for the next leaders. So that happened to one club already. So rebuild, restart all over again. So we're trying to save these clubs before they get into much further than suspension status. So I watch for red flags and what could be suspended club directly them, so to speak. But unfortunately, the club has to ask for the resource. It's not something me to go in and say, I give you a club coach. What I like to see is have a conversation with our club first and let them be aware that they have options if they want to proceed. And if so, they need to ask for a club coach. Now, some clubs just want to give up, and that's okay. That's the right to decide on that. But unfortunately, when that happens, we lose a club, and we have to gain a club to replace it. So, but anyway, it can happen anywhere. Every district has its own challenges in it. But you're right, club coaches are the most challenging point. But I believe that once the reward is tremendous, if you can get that club back in track and watching this baby grow to a point of distinguished status. So that's the trade-off on that part. Uh, any other comments or suggestions, Donna? You're on mute.
Gary, if you don't mind, what club are you from and division? And then if there was a particular role you were looking at, the coach, the mentor, or the sponsor?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Gabe, I hear you.
I've only been in the club for 3 years. I made level two, finished level two. I'm just trying to find more information about it. I usually attend most of the educational things.
Okay, so you're basically asking about the pathway levels for these roles, right?
I don't know much about the mentor or we have mentors, but they kind of help each other. We don't really have a one mentor. We can call people and they help each other. Not really a formal one. There's a lot of long-time members in the club.
Yeah, and I think part of the challenge being a mentor is staying on top of exactly the best practices with Toastmaster International, especially post-pandemic. Because prior to pandemic, we had a very easy way of connecting in person and go on. But at the same time, you have challenges of post-pandemic where they want to continue to deal with hybrid challenges and so on. So there is some sort of transition to figure out how to make it happen. It's very important that we get the right mentor to the right team. If a mentor you have or anybody has need a refresher, there's nothing wrong with going in and get refreshed in the training to get up to speed with the best practice and standards. Mentor can happen anytime, although at the time of a new club, they are automatically given two mentors within 60 days. But anytime thereafter, they can ask for a mentor, and we can put them in there as well. The that you don't have to wait until you get suspended. Actually, this may be a best way to deal with it because if you know you're going to struggle, ask for a mentor now, and not wait until you need a coach. And so that way you can get back and track in there. So, but again, it's the club officer's responsibility to assess the health of the club and not be afraid to ask for help. So, let me look in the chat box real quick. Okay. And Marty is willing to become a club mentor for a new club, especially in the one in Kentucky. Thank you, Marty. Yeah. All right.
Always here for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Excellent.
Anything else, Donna?
I was also going to share a recommendation for Paducah for a sponsor, Sean Gleason, because he wants to do it so bad, but since he lives in Ohio, the only way he can fulfill this requirement is for a hybrid club.
Okay, thank you for letting me know. And of course, this is recorded, and the presentation that will be sent out to everybody who did not attend tonight. So hopefully I get some more responses from there through that as well. So, but please spread the word, okay? The deck, the presentation deck is also sent, so feel free to spread that deck around so that way people will understand what the roles entail and actually raise their hand and say, I am willing to help and serve. On the topic that you would like to see in a future presentation from me, just send me email and I'll work out something.
Mhm.
Okay, it's now top of the hour. We're a little early. We had a small group tonight. I did reserve a whole hour just in case. So, but everything, I think we're
Well, there's
okay.
more people. Yeah, more people coming in.
I know. We got Gail Smith coming in here. So,
Oh, Bill, yay.
yeah. Hey, Gail. I want to make sure he hears me because the girl is doing a very awesome, challenging job right now. And I want to give credit where it's due. You know,
Hi,
Gil,
Deb.
yeah, Gil is the club coach from Brownsburg, and he is rebuilding the club from scratch because the past leadership disappeared. They did elected people, but they never had a transition, succession, or any knowledge transferability. So the whole club officer in that club had no knowledge of club operation. And the membership is very, very low for that reason. So y'all took a deep breath and say, I'm up for the challenge. Yeah. And he said, it may take me a couple of years, but I'm up to the challenge. So I want to give credit where it's due. So thank you, Go, for stepping up. And I know there are going to be days feeling like, is it worth it or not? As long as we keep momentum going, it can be happening. So thank you, Go.
You're welcome. You are welcome.
Yeah, we'll be talking more as we go along. Let me say this. If you decide in these three roles, you're going to be very well connected to the corresponding chairs. Okay, sponsor is to the club extension chair, which is Donna. Yeah. We mentor go to the club quality chair, which now we have a vacancy, but I'm planning to get that filled. Club coach is go to the club retention chair, which is June Riser. Okay, so these three ladies keep feet and ears on the ground for me to make sure that we have keep a progression going on. I know we asked for 20 clubs this Toastmaster year. It may feel like we're slowing down because we only done 3. But I'm sorry, I'm not giving up. I'll keep going full speed until June 30th. Okay, so if any of you sponsor, mentor, coaches, whoever, or even you know of a club opportunity, please send me emails. We're trying to get that started. Any other famous last words or questions?
You mean I just get here and you guys are done already?
We're almost done, but fortunately, it's going to be recorded, and you will get a copy of the presentation deck, so you can replay and see my beautiful face all over again. Talking
Good.
about roles.
Good. Good.
Uh, okay, well, I am not expecting a whole lot because it's a small group in Thanksgiving week, so I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll keep on going afterwards. So thank you and enjoy yourself with your family.